Hey, yo. Hey, yo. It's your boy Ofty. We are back for another episode of Simply Bitcoin. As you can tell, I'm hosting today's show. Nico had an all hands on meeting, emergency meeting. So the show goes on. But today is April 20th, 2023. Welcome to Simply Bitcoin. As I already said, I'm your boy Opti, and we are your number one source for the peaceful Bitcoin revolution. We cover breaking news, culture, and memetic warfare, and we bring Bitcoiners from all walks of life on the show, from the biggest names to your friendly and unfriendly neighborhood Bitcoiners, as we guide you through the separation of money and state. Man, we find ourselves in a very, very interesting moment in time as Bitcoiners. The game theory of Bitcoin is playing out in real time around the world this week. And it follows a very similar pattern. If you've been around Bitcoin for a while, then you've seen this pattern play out, but it goes something like this. Bitcoin gains some traction under the radar on an individual level. There's a coordinated or organized attempt to stop or ban Bitcoin, and then they inevitably bend the knee to Bitcoin's incentives and try to put the cat back in the bag. It happens every single time. We've seen this play out over and over and over again, and I know we're going to see this play out even more. Anyways, we're seeing this program play out in real time in Hong Kong and U.S. courts this week. Well, U.S. congressional hearing and a Hong Kong court. And it really makes you think that the Bitcoin incentives are just so strong, they will all bend the knee. But whether it's on an individual level, a corporate level, or a nation state level, all paths lead to Bitcoin. And inevitably, they will bend the knee to the economic reality of Bitcoin's game theory. And as the title says, China is no different, as it seems they're using Hong Kong to quietly get exposure to Bitcoin, as Hong Kong makes its push to be the crypto hub of the world. And like I mentioned, we saw Gary Gensler get slammed in a GOP hearing for pushing Bitcoin companies out of the U.S. because of no regulatory clarity. Again, not my favorite framing, but it's the framing nonetheless. But one thing is certain. Bitcoin's game theory is in full force, and we are witnessing the separation of money and state. But there is a very glaring tell in all of this today, and it is the meme. Not your keys, not your Bitcoin. It still rings as true as ever. And if you hand off your Bitcoin to someone, guys, it's not your Bitcoin. And we have another court case that shows this to be true. Traditional finance is barely catching up to this reality. But as we say every single day, the only way to effectuate change is by taking your Bitcoin into cold storage and holding that Bitcoin through the highs and the lows. Understand how valuable your Bitcoins are and that everyone wants your Bitcoin. Hodl those Bitcoins into the bright orange future. Do not get shaken out of your position. Anyways, I'm not alone today. I have my friend Weinicus. He's going to co-host with me. And today, since I have Wine as my co-host, we're giving you guys what you want. We told you in the past, we rug pulled Wine. We're going to give you the 30 minutes of memes and the importance of memetic warfare today. So you asked, you shall receive. It's memes all the way down today as we combat the information war and get the world on a Bitcoin standard. Anyways, Wine, how you doing today, brother? Look at you, on brand with the, what kind of tea is this?
This is yerba mate from Argentina.
Ooh, the yerba mate. Whoa, what's up, Wine? How you doing?
Look at this. Custom Bitcoin ingrained mate.
Let's go. On brand, man, as always.
I'm happy for this long meme review. Shout out to all the Simply Bitcoin meme fans out there. And if you're like me, you fast forward to the last 10 minutes of the show just to watch the memes and the scores. But yeah, no, we do watch the other parts, but I'm here to lighten the mood.
Yeah, it's the comedic relief at the end of the show. Well, to throw another curveball and variable on today's show, we do have a guest. Shouts out to Gray Cross. I saw you laughing behind the scenes. Are you the friendly or unfriendly neighborhood Bitcoiner?
Well, I'm a little mix of both, let me tell you. It depends on my mood, you know. Sometimes just straight to my house, and sometimes, I'm open for conversation, no doubt. Yeah.
I can't blame you, bro. Sometimes
you just toxicity,
Yeah, sometimes you just can't keep up enough energy to keep going throughout the day. Anyways, guys, let's get right into it. We got a jam-packed show for you guys today.
The Bitcoin numbers. brought to you by Nodl. At this point, you should be running your own Bitcoin node. If you don't use your own Bitcoin node, you're trusting someone else's. Run your own version of Bitcoin Core, the Lightning Network, Whirlpool, and Dojo, all from the comfort of your own home. And if you're a digital nomad, you have absolutely no excuse, because now you can run a Nodl through a virtual private server. Visit nodl.eu today.
Let's go, guys. Before we get into it, definitely go check out Bitcoin 2023. We will be there live. It is May 18th to May 20th, 2023. If you guys are unaware, the tickets do go up in price over the weekend. So if you want to hang out with us, you want to grab a beer with Nico and I, go see all the epic news coming out. I think it's going to be, I think we're going to see some big announcements in regards to energy and oil at this year's conference, and really ushering in the game theory of Bitcoin in real time on a corporate level. But of course, some of the speakers that you probably already know: Michael Saylor, we got Adam Back, Jack Mahlers, Cynthia Lummis, Lynn Alden, we got Safe Dean Amos, Marty Bett, Steve Barber. Who else is up on here?
Do we have Optimus Fields?
Dude, we got Opti in here. We got Beauty on.
God.
We even Nico's going to be here. Guys, we're going to be holding down the analysts. There's a lot of great speakers. It's always a party in Miami. You already know. If you've been there once, you always just want to go to hang out with all your friends at least one time a year. You need to make it to Bitcoin 2023. We will see you live. I'm excited to get on the analyst desk this year, make my my Bitcoin 2023 debut. Anyways, let's get into the numbers, guys. Of course, I'm on Clark Moody's dashboard, and I have different numbers than Nico, but these are my favorite numbers. We are currently at block height of 786,270, all-time high in block height. It's almost like the Bitcoin network works. It's almost like TikTok, next block, Honey Badger don't care. Anyways, the current sats per dollar, or the Moscow time, or how much Bitcoin your dollar can buy, is currently at 3,495 sats per dollar, which means the current Bitcoin price is 28,615. Can't make that up. Meme is life. Anyways, the next number on here is the percentage issued of Bitcoin is currently at 92.15%. That means all of the Bitcoin, 92% of all the Bitcoins ever created are already circulating around the world right now. And the current market capitalization of Bitcoin is 553.7 billion. We're still a baby, guys, barely over the $500 billion market cap. And what's Nico always say? The number that is taking fiat currencies to school, the realized monetary inflation of Bitcoin, 1.76%. And this is where I start to divert. These are my kind of favorite numbers on the Clark Moody dashboard. It is the Bitcoin versus gold market cap, currently at 4.12%, guys. Not even 5% of the gold market cap. And people still think that they are late to Bitcoin. We're so early. Bitcoin has yet to take over the world. Anyways, next number on here is the Lightning's total capacity with 5,436.01 BTC, which equals out to about $155.5 million in fiat debt slave notes. And the last, actually, one more. The reachable Bitcoin nodes, the public reachable Bitcoin nodes. I know there's some contention on this number, at least according to Clark Moody's dashboard, is 17,096 Bitcoin nodes, public reachable Bitcoin nodes. And the next number, these are the numbers that are really blowing up, guys, is the hash rate. The last 2016 blocks is at 347.9 exahashes, and the last 90 days is at 317.6 exahashes. Anyways, let's get into the numbers. So I saw this video from Joe Nakamoto, and if you know him, he's a Bitcoin only journalist at Cointelegraph, if I'm not mistaken. He jokingly says, "I am a Bitcoin only journalist at Cointelegraph, and I only write about Bitcoin, and they still pay me." He doesn't know how. Shouts out to you, Joe. But anyways, this video came around and he just said, love this reply, super at Kaye BTC. If you don't know Kaye BTC, he's a Bitcoin developer. He is working on the Cashew Chaumian eCash layer on top of Bitcoin. But that's not what we're talking about today. In this video, I do have it queued up for you guys. It's kind of the idea that we talk about here every single day on Simply Bitcoin. And it's the framing that we always say on the show. Bitcoin is the most equitable, the most fair, the most inclusive money in the world. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter your skin color, where you come from, your religion, your ideas even. Nonetheless, Bitcoin is agnostic to you. It is just an algorithm. And if you want to transact, if you want to freely transact on the network, Bitcoin is here for you. And it's very interesting right now, especially as a Bitcoiner that's been around for a while. The amount of propaganda that us Bitcoiners are seeing, and also the amount of infighting we are seeing as Bitcoiners. Yes, I don't have to like you if you're a Bitcoiner, but I do my best to like you because we are Bitcoiners and we all believe in one thing, and it is Bitcoin is the future. Bitcoin is the way. But what's the meme say? Bitcoin is for enemies, which means on the flip side, Bitcoin is for everyone. And I think this is the fundamental proposition that we always show and talk about here on the show. Bitcoin is bipartisan. It doesn't matter what side of the aisle you are from. It doesn't matter what part of the corner of the globe you are from. Bitcoin is here for you when you want to opt into this. Excuse me. Bitcoin is here when you want to opt into the system. And that is the beauty of this. Bitcoin is a voluntary system. You are not being coerced to use Bitcoin. It is just the economic realities of Bitcoin that will get you on the Bitcoin standard. Anyways, let's get into this video.
Bigger goal.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to me about this.
I mean, Bitcoin, I think, goes through the cycle that every movement goes through, which is once it grows, it attracts many, many more people that start projecting their ideologies onto the movement. This has happened to the hippie movement, to the anarchist movement, to basically any movement that became large enough, and it's happening with Bitcoin as well. So this is a very natural thing to happen, I think. But I think, once the newcomers start conflating the core idea of Bitcoin, which is to be this immutable monetary system that we're building to escape the fiat system, once you start conflating that with your ideology, you're putting off potentially half of the planet. And this is just absolutely not compatible with the goals of Bitcoin, which in my mind is to grow as fast as possible before states can co-opt it and take it away from us, basically. So if you're increased, and this is also, again, just a purely rational choice, I think, if you're interested in the success of Bitcoin, what you should do is to welcome everyone who can join. And, this is just a joke. If you're basing that on the color of their hair, or the pronouns they use or whatever, then you're clearly missing the point. What you're doing is you're fighting for your own ideology and not for Bitcoin. Because if you thought of Bitcoin, you would be saying, I don't care what you look like, I don't care what you believe. If you want to support Bitcoin, you're my friend. That's how I think of it.
Well, this is why we've worked so hard to try and bring as many progressives into Bitcoin.
Absolutely love this. I couldn't agree more. I learned about libertarian ethos through Bitcoin, and it taught me one thing, live and let live. I want as many people on Bitcoin as possible. I do my best to appreciate all Bitcoiners, but it's not a kumbaya movement out here. And I understand one thing, that I am not the moral arbiter of people using Bitcoin. It is not about your personal ideologies against someone, against the other side of the aisle. It's about more people adopting Bitcoin. As the meme goes, Bitcoin is for enemies. Bitcoin is for everyone. And even though Nico's not here, I really like the meme, and we've been saying this for a minute now on the show. It's not red versus blue, it's green versus orange. And we ask one simple question on the show every single day, or almost every single day. Why are we being forced to use a money that is designed to steal from us? Why is there a small cabal of people that are tasked with this power when there's a better option? And, say what you want. I may not like you. You may be my enemy. You may be my mortal enemy, but I still want you to hold Bitcoin. And what's that one meme in regards to free speech? I think it is quoted to Voltaire. I may not like what you say, but I will fight to the death for you to say it. And I think this is where, as Bitcoiners, we have to realize that, look, we are in the then they fight you stage, boys and girls. And I may not like you, but I will fight till the death for you to be able to use a money that is inclusive, that is voluntary for all, and that doesn't steal from you so that you can build and live the life that you want to do. I fundamentally believe Bitcoin allows us to live a better life, and this is why I show up every single day. This is why I do my best to break out of our echo chamber and show people that Bitcoin is the way forward. And I know all you guys feel the same way. I know some people I know this might be a little spicy take for some people, because we all want our friends and our peers to succeed before a certain group of unproductive class gets on the Bitcoin standard. But hey, even they deserve a that is free-flowing throughout society. But hey, I know I may be a little too kumbaya here on this moment, but anyways, let's go with Gray Cross, because I know on your Twitter account you do say you are an anarchist Bitcoiner and cap Bitcoiner. So what's your thoughts on this? Am I getting a little too kumbaya on this? Am I feeling a little weak because of my allergies this morning? What's your thoughts on this?
I wouldn't say so, because in reality, it's just an overall quality of life, improvement for everyone across the board, and nowadays where everything is so politicized, like sports are being politicized, what beer you drink, even that is a political take now. You can't do anything without taking a side, whereas with Bitcoin, it's one of the few assets that, it's literally, as much as they want to, they literally can't politicize this, so they can try as much as they want, but like you said many times in your show, all the roads lead to Bitcoin, and you just gotta, sit back and wait and watch the world get orange pilled. You know what I mean?
This is all we are doing. It's a time game, guys. All roads lead to Bitcoin, and we're on the front lines. Anyways, Weinicus, I know you're smirking like I left you out, bro. What's your thoughts on this?
Well, in a non-trolling manner, I always have to disclose that before I speak, but money is just a neutral tool. So imagine saying like, no blue-haired people can use dollars, or take it even further, like a fork is just a neutral tool that provides you something. So it's like, imagine a certain types of people are only allowed to use a fork. Like Bitcoin is just neutral money. The only thing is that its incentives cause you to behave a certain way, which basically breaks apart these other ideals that the current system is gamed against you. So obviously that's why we like it.
It's almost like money is just a tool, huh, Wine? You're getting some claps
tool.
over here in the spaces, bro. Wine, hey, in a
Is this the meme review yet?
in a non-trolling manner, Wine is spitting bars. Let's go. All right, let's get into the news so that we can get into the memes for you, Wine.
Yeah.
The Daily News.
The Daily News is brought to you by Blockstream Jade, built by Bitcoiners for Bitcoiners. It's an open source hardware wallet for the cold storage of Bitcoin. Check out the brand new limited edition color, the transparent green Jade. Blockstream Jade houses a full color camera, allowing for fully air-gapped Bitcoin transactions, scan and display QR codes directly on the device, assign transactions, and verify addresses with ease. Use your Blockstream Jade with your favorite wallet software, such as Blockstream Green, Blue Wallet, Electrum, Sparrow. Get yourself a Blockstream Jade today and take self-custody of your Bitcoin.
You guys need to take self-custody of your Bitcoin. All right, guys, before I get into today's news, I do want to give you guys some context. I know you guys already know this, but for the people that are uninitiated, for the people that haven't been around for a long while, we got to give them some very needed context. So if you haven't known, if you haven't seen, if you've been under a rock for a long time, China has a very long history of trying to ban Bitcoin and shitcoins. I literally don't know how many times they've tried to ban Bitcoin. I think it's up in like the 5 to 6 era number, but there's a lot of history on this one. And the most recent one is when China tried to stop Bitcoin mining last year, 2021, in the beginning of the year. And we saw a very noticeable drop in the hash rate. You can see it here. And, it was for new Bitcoiners, it might have been a very scary time. And of course, the corporate press started to make their rounds. They started to talk about how, Bitcoin's plummeting after China's crackdown. And oh my God, it's over. Like China is banning Bitcoin. And what do we say all the time on the show? You can't ban Bitcoin. You can only ban yourself from Bitcoin. And again, just look at the hash rate since that ban. It is not only recovered, but it is going exponential. And Bitcoin has never been stronger than before. And so thank you very much, China. Anyways, the things that we want to talk about, and we've been covering this story for the last couple of months, is this idea that Hong Kong has been courting Bitcoin and shitcoin firms after the mainland ban. And so we have this Bloomberg article. You can see the date, March 26, 2023. So this was last month. And the recent news, I think, is what we are seeing and what we're going to cover on today. It's this idea of, is China using Hong Kong as a proxy for them to gain back their Bitcoin exposure, as a way for them to kind of save face. Again, here's Reuters article titled "Hong Kong woos mainland China crypto firms and push to bolster finance hub status." So getting into this article, April 13, Reuters, after years of bankers quitting Hong Kong amid a Chinese security crackdown and tight pandemic curbs, the city is rolling out the red carpet to a finance sector tarnished by events elsewhere in a bid to bolster its status as a financial hub for Bitcoin and shitcoin. Top government officials, such as Hong Kong Chief Executive John Lee, are touting their support, and the city is scheduled to hold 100 Bitcoin and shitcoin related conferences and lavish parties through April. The Hong Kong government is, quote, very serious about building an international virtual asset center, said Zhao Feng, chairman of Hong Kong shitcoin exchange Hashkey. According to Zhao, many in the crypto industry thought Hong Kong would inevitably adopt the same regulations as mainland China, but he said that the government is now trying to emphasize Hong Kong practices different laws from mainland China under the one country, two systems framework. To be sure, many people are still skeptical on Hong Kong's promise of a stable regulatory regime on Bitcoin and shitcoins, and they're worried that China's crypto ban still looms large in the background. And here's kind of the crux of this article on Reuters. If Hong Kong can suddenly say that it is Bitcoin and shitcoin friendly, as if it's a switch, that switch can be just as suddenly turned off should things get difficult. But a lot of Chinese founded companies are looking for licenses in Hong Kong, according to firms and media reports. So we're seeing that there is a very real interest, and Hong Kong seemingly is moving towards trying to be a quote unquote crypto hub, or as we like to call it, a Bitcoin and shitcoin hub. But the interesting aspect of all this is this court case that just happened yesterday, or 2 days ago, sorry. And it was in a Hong Kong court, and they declared that crypto assets are property and can be held on a trust. Bitcoin and shitcoins are now property. So a Hong Kong court for the first time declared that Bitcoin and shitcoin are property and capable of being held on trust. In a landmark ruling, the Honorable Madam Justice Linda Chan found that Bitcoin and shitcoin inherently has all the attributes of property, but in this case, it was not clear whether it was actually held in a trust. So the decision puts Hong Kong squarely in line with multiple other common law jurisdictions in recognizing the propriety nature of digital assets. Now, this is kind of, I've been saying this for a while about there being a global effort to regulate Bitcoin and shitcoin to get regulatory clarity around the world. And this is something that I personally am not too much of a fan. Bitcoin is regulated every 10 minutes via you guys using your nodes. But anyways, to get to the story here. So on January 2015, Gatecoin, a Hong Kong company, operated a Bitcoin and shitcoin exchange platform. To access and use the platform, a customer had to open and register an account with Gatecoin and deposit Bitcoin and shitcoins, or fiat currencies, using it to make trades and withdrawals. But also Gatecoin engaged in trading of cryptocurrencies in its own right, including trading with its customers. The company was wound up in court on the March 13th, 2019, and joint and several liquidators were appointed the following day. The value of the Bitcoin and shitcoin on the exchange was in excess of 140 million Hong Kong dollars as of October 31st, 2022. So getting into some of these details to explain exactly what is going on. The liquidators had identified 3 different sets of terms and conditions that were enforced at different times period, and there was contention whether the customers' funds were actually held in a trust or whether they were Gatecoin's liabilities at this point. The question as to whether the currencies were held by Gatecoin on trust for the customers should be determined by construing the terms of the 2018 terms and conditions and superseded the trust terms and conditions. So was this property? Well, at the time before this ruling, Section 197 of C1PO imposes an obligation on the liquidator to take into custody all property upon a winding up order. The question, therefore, was whether Bitcoin and shitcoins fell within the meaning of property. As property is not defined in C1PO, the court turned to the wide definition set in Section 3 of the Interpretation and General Clauses Ordinance, Cap 1. Linda Chan J. noted that, like other common law jurisdictions, our definition of property is an inclusive one and intended to have a wide meaning. The court felt it appropriate to apply and follow the lines of reasoning adopted in other jurisdictions that Bitcoin and shitcoin was property and was capable of forming the subject matter of a trust. While the court determined that Bitcoin and shitcoins are capable of forming the subject matter of a trust more generally, on the facts in this particular case, it found that the trust had not been established. So there's a few things here, guys. First and foremost, what do we tell you guys? If you are leaving your Bitcoin on an exchange, it is no longer your Bitcoin. Whether this is in Hong Kong on this Gatecoin exchange, whether we see what's happening in Celsius and FTX, do not leave your Bitcoin on an exchange, because once you hand over your Bitcoin, it is no longer your Bitcoin. You need to take Bitcoin into self-custody. But I think the interesting aspect is the fact that now Hong Kong, say what you want about the regulatory rules and all the laws and all this, but they have come up to speed with what the world looks of as Bitcoin, as property. And you can see here whether a trust had been established hinged on the mutual intention of the parties. And this is the whole not your keys, not your Bitcoin, guys. A question to be ascertained by an objective assessment of the terms of the agreement or relationship between the parties with a reference to that property. Terms and conditions contain no express declaration of trust, and to the contrary, made clear that the currencies were not held on trust for the customers. All Bitcoin and shitcoins deposited by the customers were not segregated, but were transferred to and pooled with others. Gatecoin was able to use the Bitcoin and shitcoin kept in wallets, controlled in the way it saw fit, including for the purpose of carrying out trades on its own. It's what we tell you guys all the time. Do not leave your Bitcoin on an exchange. Anyways, final thoughts on this ruling. The ruling should give Hong Kong insolvency practitioners greater clarity as to the nature and breadth of a company's digital assets in a winding up scenario. The confirmation that holdings of Bitcoin and shitcoins constitute property that is on par with other intangible assets such as stocks and shares brings Hong Kong in line with other common law jurisdictions whose courts have already decided the issue. Now, the contention of this particular case is that Gatecoin did not actually hold their customers' Bitcoin and shitcoin in a trust, and they can do what they want. Anyways, the interesting part about this, if you connect this with what we saw in the GOP hearing with Gary Gensler, and again, I'm not a big fan of this framing, but it is a framing nonetheless, because as we know as Bitcoiners, the jurisdiction arbitrage of being a Bitcoin is literally the sovereign individual thesis playing out in real time. You can vote with your feet, you can vote with your money, and if you aren't treated correctly, then you can leave your country. This is a feature, not a bug. Anyways, there's this headline from scmp.com. It goes, amid U.S. crypto crackdown, lawmaker slams SEC chair Gensler for driving firms to China's Hong Kong courts industry. Republican Representative Tom Emmer accused the SEC chair of, quote, pushing American firms into the hands of Chinese Communist Party. Again, I don't really like this framing, but hey, politician's gonna politician. Anyways, during a hearing on Tuesday, several lawmakers criticized a lack of regulatory clarity, but Gensler said the crypto industry is rife with non-compliance. Anyways, getting into this, Emmer is one of 4 core chairs on the Congressional Blockchain Caucus and one of the body's biggest crypto advocates, saying the U.S. needs to pursue policies that ensure crypto reflects American values of privacy, individual sovereignty, and free market competitiveness. Now, on this point, I completely agree. They should deregulate Bitcoin and altogether, in my opinion. But I know they're here to protect the citizen, and I know that's a contentious view, but hey, I'm a Bitcoiner. I believe in free markets. I'm a free market maxi. Anyways, as regulatory scrutiny on the industry has ramped up globally, Hong Kong has been attracting more attention since the local government last October made moves to prioritize the development of the industry. Mainland China maintains a strict ban on cryptocurrencies, opening the door for Hong Kong to become the country's digital asset hub under the one country, two systems arrangement. And mainland Chinese officials also for the first time publicly endorsed Hong Kong's moves, with senior directors at the Cyberspace Administration of China and the Liaison Office of the Central People's Government in Hong Kong praising the city's efforts during appearances at local tech conference last week. So we brought the receipts in the past, but it is very, very interesting and seemingly a very obviously and sly roundabout way of using Hong Kong as a proxy for China to get exposure back into Bitcoin. Now, are we seeing this happen overtly? No, but as we can see, they are paying lip service to Bitcoin and shitcoin. And now, does this mean that they are necessarily buying Bitcoin, holding Bitcoin on their balance sheet? Maybe not. Maybe this is them leaning into trying to push their CBDC system on the people. But who would need a money that is free from all coercion than the very people that want to coerce you into a CBDC system? So in my opinion, I don't think these mainland Chinese officials are stupid. I'm sure they're packing their bags. We've been hearing a lot of rumblings of over-the-counter services of them buying Bitcoin, and some of the biggest corporations, some of the biggest names in the world holding Bitcoin. And as we showed yesterday, just because you don't know. There's no news about a country, about nation states, about corporations, about CEOs stacking Bitcoin. Sooner or later, we will hear the fact that they are saving in Bitcoin. And I think that this might be some signal. I know we are biased. I know we try to be as objective as possible. We always ask the question, are we reading into things? But there is a very interesting take here that Lizzie Fallon, financial service policy advisor to Emmer, said. And she goes, falling behind China on crypto technology would be falling behind China on developing a surveillance state. So I completely disagree with the idea that we're falling behind China in the space at all. And this is something that someone has kind of given me shit in the past, saying like, oh, Bitcoin is a $500 million market cap. It is literally a baby. And you're saying that there's a geopolitical war going on right now around Bitcoin. I'm just saying the game theory of Bitcoin, the incentives are stronger than ever. And anyone with a brain is stacking Bitcoin. Again, Bitcoin is for enemies. We saw news this week that Russia has become one of the second largest miners in the world. So if you don't think that the Bitcoin game theory is playing out in real time, you really need to zoom out. Don't think that the powers that be are naive. They understand what game is being played, at least the high-level officials. And I really do believe that mainland China is using Hong Kong as a proxy for them to kind of save face, get back into the Bitcoin, good graces of some people, and use Hong Kong as a way for them to get that exposure. Now, again, maybe I'm reading into things, but hey, there is no coincidences, and it is just very interesting to see them use Hong Kong as framing for being the next Bitcoin and shitcoin financial hub of the world. Anyways, let's see. I'm going to go with Gray Cross again. We'll give Weinicus the last word.
Sorry, got to get him the first time when it comes to the memes. That's
exactly.
Point, But no, it's very funny. You got to keep an eye out in regards to the narrative and what the politicians do, like what the governments do is one thing, but what they say is one thing, but what they do is something else. They say, "Oh, Bitcoin is dead," but the ecosystem seems to be thriving. Despite all odds. Even looking at the hash rate. Bitcoin's banned here. Is it really? Because even a lot of Bitcoin miners, they actually end up staying in China. So of course, a lot of them left. But it just goes to show that it's not really what they make it seem, So just taking a look behind the curtain, it's different than what they say, different what the narrative is, So
yeah, what's the meme? Do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah,
exactly. And I think we're continuously seeing this play out on a nation state level. Anyways, Wine, jump in. What's your thoughts on all this?
Yo, Opti, did you ever get spooked by China ban news before?
Maybe in my earliest, in my 2017, when I first got into Bitcoin, probably it made sense to me. Man. Now it's like, oh, cool. Here we are again. Shouts out to you. What do I say? Can't ban Bitcoin. You can only ban yourself from Bitcoin. So, hey, you want to lose market share.
The China ban meme, or I guess it is a meme, but the China ban news, that scared me the first time. But yeah, I mean, as far as all these laws and stuff, they don't apply to me. So I just don't pay attention to them. And they can write whatever they want on these pieces of paper, but I'm going to use Bitcoin. And if they want to make it more difficult, I'm still going to find a way to use it. And yeah, I mean, obviously all these laws and stuff that they create and regulations and restrictions just cause people to move to wherever they can transact and do what they can freely. So keep writing your laws, guys. Doesn't matter.
What have I said, Wine? And I'm glad you said it's like Boomer writes things down on piece of paper and expects us to follow it. Now,
I need some Doug Life sunglasses coming down.
We really do live in a new world right now, and it's absolutely amazing that the fiat world hasn't caught up to it. Actually, what's the most amazing part is that there's still people out there that fall for the authority fallacy of these people in suits on TV, writing things down on paper and thinking that this really does affect everything about your life. But hey, I'll back off. I'll cool out on that. Anyways,
this piece of paper says so.
Piece of paper is on the TV. That makes it extra special.
Oh yeah, I would suit on TV showing piece of paper.
Piece of paper says so. All right, before I go on though, Got to give a shout out to our sponsor, Orange Pill app. Stack friends who stack sats. If you're going to be in Miami, if you're the lone Bitcoiner in your area, I had an epiphany. If you are the lone Bitcoiner in your area, then you probably feel like you're crazy. Like you feel like you need some people that understand exactly what's going on in the world. And what better way than to get on the Orange Pill app and stack friends who stack sats, guys? If you're going to be in Miami, you don't want to be sitting in your hotel room, not doing anything. Find friends, find your Bitcoiners out there, because you are building a tribe of sovereign individuals. And the best way to do that is to get in touch using Orange Pill app, because Bitcoiners are awesome. Stack friends who stack sats. Anyways, let's get into what you guys have been waiting for this whole time.
The Daily Culture.
Brought to you by SwanBitcoin.com. Swan is the best way to build your Bitcoin stack with automated Bitcoin savings plans and instant purchases, serving clients of any size from $10 to $10 million. We love Swan because they incentivize self-custody and dollar cost averaging. What are you waiting for? Visit SwanBitcoin.com today.
All right, guys, before I get into the culture, before we get into the 30 minutes of memes of mimetic warfare, I got to talk to you guys about the Swan IRA. Swan has a new offer because Bitcoin is generational wealth, and you can secure your bright orange future with the Swan IRA. Real Bitcoin, no taxes. Swan offers both traditional and Roth options, the best fit your needs. Create your IRA and start adding Bitcoin in less than 1 minute. Transfers and rollovers are available. Swan's Bitcoin's experts will get you set up with no transfer fees and no minimum balance requirements. This is real Bitcoin, not an ETF or other derivative. Get the real thing and get it at Swan. Go to swan.com/IRA for details. Hit us up in the Simply Bitcoin DMs or go to Nico directly, and we can get you in touch with whoever you need. Anyways, let's talk about some memes. Wine hit me up. I think this was like 2 weeks ago, and we wanted him to come on. We actually had double booked him on that day, but today is the day. Memes for 30 minutes, because you guys only care about the meme. You guys only care about the meme. But before I unleash the jackals by the name of Wine on the memes, I want to tee this up a little bit. So if you guys are Bitcoiners, you guys know who Gigi is, and he dropped an epic masterpiece on Bitcoin memes. And I just want to read the first paragraph, because it's something that we've said on Simply Bitcoin in written form and on the show, but it's just beautifully poetic. Someone whose star continues to rise once said that Bitcoin isn't just memes. Well, I disagree. It's all memes all the way down. And let me explain. And Gigi goes on for 45 minutes explaining why it's all memes all the way down. Well, to give you guys a recent example, you guys are all of a part of the New York Times FUD piece against Bitcoin mining, the hit piece against Bitcoin mining. And we saw this account pop up, the Stop the Presses at New York Times is up. But I really like this tweet that Lynn Alden said, and I think it really does frame everything that we're trying to talk about here. And I know that memes sometimes get a bad rep because we're just having fun. We're just enjoying the time. We're making each other laugh. But memes are powerful. It is all memes. Everything is a meme as far as I'm concerned. And we are in a mimetic war right now. It is an information war, and you guys are battling it with mimetic warfare yourselves. Anyways, Lynn Alden goes, mimetic warfare in action. New York Times came out with a big piece against Bitcoin mining, which had a number of errors. And now there's a growing account with a lot of engagement criticizing the New York Times usage of trees. And again, further, another tweet from a different Bitcoiner, and he goes, normies keep asking me about the latest New York Times hit piece on Bitcoin mining. I'm grateful for the keyboard warriors combating disingenuous propaganda line by line, but this is a losing game. We will never win the narrative war playing defense. We must reframe the conversation. And this is kind of where I want to double down on the idea. As Wine wrote, memes are the message. And I also believe it is a losing game to, play defense on the propaganda hit pieces by the corporate press. We understand the facts, but something that I think gets lost on the majority of people is that it's not about the facts. It's not about the reels. It's all about the feels. And if you really want to persuade people, as you guys know, when you're orange pilling someone, it's not about just hitting them with the facts because their eyes gloss over. You can talk about economics all you want. You can talk about the fiat system all you want. But sometimes just giving them a funny, giving them a meme that they laugh to, that they relate to, that opens their eyes to the reality of the situation is one of the most powerful tools we have in our tool bag. And as Wine wrote here, memes are the message. Anyways, Wine, take over. I will show some of your memes live. So how come you are such an ardent meme shit poster? What is the power of memes? And I will show some of the memes as we go live. If you want to do your own meme review here, by all means, we can do that. But what were you saying in this article right here? And then we'll go to some of these memes.
What was I saying in that article? That's from November. So this is a throwback article, but pretty much a meme is a very concise way of communicating, and obviously humor gets through people way more effectively than other means. And if you're not that intelligent like me and don't have an elaborate way of communicating something, then a picture and making fun of somebody or something is quite effective. So yeah, I think that's probably what I said in that article.
I mean, you said right here, Bitcoin memes are more important for adoption than you may realize. Some memes are so powerful, have influenced Bitcoin forever. These sayings are ingrained in Bitcoin terminology forever. HODL, not your keys, not your coin. Stack sats. Anyways, do you want to do some meme reviews?
Here. We're creating the culture. We are the inventors of the new terminology for Bitcoin. This is a new thing. So we get to name whatever we want, and if it sticks, like a knack, then it might stick. But,
jump in, Grey Cross, and then we'll cover some memes, and then we'll get into the actual meme review. Actually, before that, I got a question for you, Wine, as well. But jump in, Grey Cross.
Well, I think I just want to add that the best memes always has a little bit of truth, and in some cases, a lot of truth. And over the course of years of overdosing yourself with memes, good quality memes, you can end up learning a lot. So I think it's like a sort of an entryway to go into whatever rabbit hole the meme is about, whether it's about Bitcoin or anything. It's really powerful because it'll motivate you just out of sheer laughter to delve in on any given topic, and it usually ends up making a lot of sense.
Yeah, I mean, I say it all the time. It is our meme world, and everyone else is just living in it. And this is why the corporate press memes aren't as effective. Everything is memes. Literally, your words are memes. Everything is a meme. Everything is a symbolism for meaning. And what better way than put truth in art to make people laugh, to get people to calls of action? Because I've learned one thing. We are in an information war, and the only way to divert the signal is by bombarding you with so much noise that you don't know what's up from down. And this is the power of memes. Like, we have some here. Wine, do you want to review this since I'm doing the other meme review? You sent me some memes that I know you like. Do you want to do a guest meme review in the culture?
Is this the first one we're reviewing?
This is the first one.
What's up, everyone? This is Winekiss. Welcome to the meme review. The first meme we have is a bunch of trees and a suspicious guy looking to pounce on them. The New York Times. We're gonna attack them at their own game. They think Bitcoin is bad for the environment when it's really not. How about the amount of trees that they kill? If you hate Bitcoin, you hate trees.
Ooh, wow. A new meme live. This is why you're a meme master.
And shout out to Bitcoin Leota. That guy's a legend. The next one is from our boy, Pierre Rochard, big fan of the show. And he's behind the jet with Elizabeth Warren, who's obviously a hypocrite. Tries to poo-poo on Bitcoin all the time, but really, she hates the environment, not us. So let's check those numbers, Pierre. And yeah, I mean, that video he made was a meme on its own and very satirical, but a lot of truth to it and always a good response. He has the little like carbon reader or whatever. So we should always just carry one of those around. I think we need to all invest in one of those carbon readers.
Honestly, Wine, Pierre is a next level memer. He is on a totally he's in a class of his own. But anyways, yes. Wine, we got a question here from Tucson. How do you train to be a good memer?
Well, first you gotta get that Drake template where he's like, and if you can make it a successful Drake template meme, then you're on your way to being a good memer.
Is that with 3D prints they have like the little Bodhi? Is that where everyone has to start with the Drake meme?
Yeah, Drake meme is like when you learn to code and you write hello world, like print hello world. This is meme 101. Drake.
Nice.
Let's go. All right. Well, this is Gray Cross's meme, so I'm gonna have him do the meme review.
Oh, wow. Well, it says here for the guys that are listening on the podcast, normies in 2036, when they realize, then they finally understand why they need Bitcoin, but they can only afford 0.00001 Bitcoin, a couple sats, just flipping out when if Bitcoin ever hits, sat dollar parity. It's like Noah's Ark. It's too late, man. It's all closed up.
I can already hear the rees in real time right now, and I was actually having this conversation the other day with a friend. The amount of hate us Bitcoiners are going to get, at this time, 2036, when the average person, the laggard, wakes up to the power of Bitcoin, man, it is going to be a brutal kickback unless we actually incept the ideas of Bitcoin in their minds, so that they don't try to, forcefully take our wealth. Anyways, Wine, next meme.
Well, this is a very straightforward one. It's how to hodl, and you pretty much just have to not do anything, and everything will work out for you. This one really hits home for me because that position I'm in like 80% of the day. 20% of the day I'm probably even more horizontal. But yeah, how to hodl. It's actually kind of hard if you pay attention to the price. If you're tuned into the news, if you're looking at the laws that people are drafting on their pieces of paper, you're going to shake. But if you just sit back, relax, and wait and let time do its thing, that's how you hodl, guys.
There was one meme, I guess, that helped me, orange pill me a bit, is don't wait to buy Bitcoin and wait.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's a classic heuristic. Don't time the market. Time in the market beats it every single time. Yeah. And it's very funny. I forget who said it, but someone said the same thing. And this is a picture form of what I'm about to say. It's like you want to know how to hodl. The best way to hodl is buy some Bitcoin and then sit on your hands and just ride the roller coaster.
If your friends and family bought the top at 69K. Just send them that picture. I'm sure they'll feel better.
Wine. On another note, how many times a day do you check the Bitcoin price?
Honestly, less than once a day.
I would never check it if it wasn't for this show.
And I did tweet the other day. Your level of Bitcoin Zen is highly correlated to the amount of times you check the price. So if you're checking multiple times a day, you're not there yet. It shouldn't really matter too much.
You know how like in all these shows and stuff, people like train really hard and they push themselves doing exactly the opposite of what their body wants to do. Just kept doing it and become stronger. Like, I don't know why. I am the complete opposite approach ever since I was like, fiat minded and trying to make fiat gains. I was like hooked on checking it, and that addiction sort of stuck its way through. And I don't know why I do it, because when it goes down, I either get excited or I just stay neutral. I'm almost more excited about the price dipping, but I don't know why. It's almost like looking at the time, I'm just so hooked on it. But like I have no reason to, because I just close my eyes and I don't care about the price.
Make me full screen.
There you go. Make them full screen.
This is how you hodl, guys.
There it is.
Give me some thug life sunglasses coming down.
I can't. But
now listen.
We could give you a now listen. All right. Let's get through these last memes here. We got Steely Daddy goes, everyone needs to sit down and actually read about the goals of the World Economic Forum. We're not conspiracy theorists. They're very clear about what their intentions are. And we have what looks like a picture from Goosebumps. And we got this monster here, and it's a 2030 agenda of the World Economic Forum. And it is attacking American freedom. It is attacking global freedom. This is uncontentious. This is no longer a conspiracy. This has all been laid out very, very publicly. And you might want some Bitcoin just in case it catches on. Anyways, Wine, this is one of your creations, so I'll let you explain this one.
I mean, this is a very entry-level meme for anyone that's kind of starting to understand that Bitcoin is a beast on its own and crypto is just a leech trying to grasp and latch on to the whole Bitcoin narrative. When Bitcoin number go up, the shitcoins happen to go up sometimes, and they don't realize that it's because Bitcoin's going up. And the shitcoins, like, they're little cardboard houses being built next to a fortress. Like, one little boom and they're blown away. So this is a very, like, entry level. Oh, I get it. But yeah, a picture is 1,000 words, right?
Exactly.
And there's two words on there.
Yeah,
So
just
a
two
picture
words.
with
And
two words.
it's so powerful because this is why I love memes so much. It's just an image, and someone scrolling by automatically understands that picture. And like trying to write that like as an article or like in a book or something, it would just take up so much, and probably half of the people wouldn't even bother reading through it, but this is very digestible and very accessible to everyone.
So you're saying
Yeah.
I'm a genius. Like,
Yes, you very much are.
This is a really good meme with 330 likes, and it's one of my least favorites. But sometimes you gotta make the memes that everyone understands.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, man, in the social media TikTok age that we live in, people do not have the attention span to read articles, to watch hour shows. You need to give them bite-sized pieces of information, and this is the power of memes. Anyways, before we get into the actual meme review of the day, I got to shout out our sponsor, BitPlates. Do not leave your seed phrase in your sock drawer on a piece of paper. You need to get it on steel, on something that is indestructible. And why not use BitPlates? Easy to use, hard to destroy. Get yourself a BitPlates domino. It is designed to preserve your Bitcoin wallet backup seeds and passphrases forever. Made from highly corrosion-resistant 316L marine-grade stainless steel and offering the ultimate protection against extremes of temperature. 10% off all BitPlates if you use the code SIMPLY, all caps. Anyways, let's get into meme review, your literal favorite part of
It's
the
so
show.
easy to make memes, guys.
Yeah, I gotta get on that.
Bitcoin, crypto, Drake logo, Drake thing. Crypto, no. Bitcoin, yeah. Or like the train
What
coming
platforms
through
are
with the bus. Crypto, bus, train, Bitcoin. Like, come on, guys.
What platform? If I
help
could
us
ask,
out.
what platform do you use? Do you make memes on?
Mematic or meme generator?
Good to know. Perfect.
There we go. All right, let's get into the memes.
The Daily Meme Review.
Brought to you by Kaboomracks. I get this question all the time. Nico, where should I buy Bitcoin miners? The answer is Kaboomracks. It's the best place to buy Bitcoin miners. That's where you're going to find the best deals and the best prices. Start your mining utopia today. To check out their racks, you got to go to t.me/Kaboomracks. Join their Telegram group and start your mining journey today. Kaboomracks.
Guys, all right, guys. This is the meme review. Kaboom Racks, your favorite portion of the show. Shout out Kaboom Racks, where you send us memes, we review them live. You drop your meme review score in the chat, which are a meme in and of themselves. Tweets are the bullets, memes are the artillery. We are in an information war right now, guys. It should never be clearer than it is now. The powers that be do not want you to find the escape route. So what are we going to do? We're going to make memes. We're going to push people towards the escape route. We're going to get calls of actions. We're going to get people stacking sats one way or another because you're going to inspire them to go all in on Bitcoin. Anyways, this first meme, it's a play on the Bitcoin Pierre Rochard memes of him running the numbers. This one is by @Ghost of MTC, and he goes, "It's at Bitcoin Pierre. He gets everywhere." And if you guys saw this morning, SpaceX launched a rocket, and then we got a picture of the SpaceX space launch, and then we got Pierre Rochard with the smile and the hard hat going, "Let's run the numbers. Which one has zero emissions, Bitcoin A6 or SpaceX rocket?" This is the hard question no one wants to ask. Anyways, this next meme is by BTC Pins. And I absolutely love this one because I really love the movie Space Odyssey 2001 or 2001 A Space Odyssey. And this is a play on the scenes where the monkeys see the black rock, but instead of the black rock, we have monkeys looking at an open dime and them about to touch it and them about to realize the life-altering significance of hodling Bitcoin, taking Bitcoin into self-custody and stacking sats and opting out of the fiat madness. Anyways, this next meme is by Mordecai1 on Twitter, and he tagged us in it. He goes, my meme of the day at Simply Bitcoin TV. And we got some shit coiners over here around a fire, and it goes, look at them, just a bunch of toxic, psychopathic Bitcoin-only degenerates, and the Bitcoin over here with laser eyes just having a good time, just chilling, just enjoying their time. And then the Bitcoiners doubling down. Look at us, just a bunch of toxic, psychopathic Bitcoin-only degenerates having a good time, stacking our sats, enjoying life. What's the meme? Wine, unmoistured, unbothered.
In my own lane.
In my own lane. There we go.
Nothing but good vibes.
Exactly. Nothing but good vibes. Okay, this next one is by @SatoshiBaggins on Twitter, and he goes, Bitcoin is just a Ponzi scheme that wastes energy, and the government should just shut it down. And Bitcoiners cracking their fingers, cracking their necks, stretching out and hitting cap locks because they are going full savage mode on Twitter and countering all the FUD. This next one is by Maxie's Club, and this one's I remember this one because I remember my first Bitcoin transaction, and I still feel this way at times when I move more than just like 1,000 sats. You still get the same feeling. Anyways, this Maxie's Club meme goes 370, 2 moods, and we got a Pepe Bitcoiner with fire all around them, with a heart on their shirt, and they're holding the Bitcoin, and they go, my heart in a guerrilla war, and it's smiley, and they're having a good time, and they're unmoistured, unbothered, and in their own lane. And then the same Bitcoiner sweating, their heart's palpitating, and goes, my heart sending a Bitcoin transaction. To this day, if you move more than a little bit of Bitcoin, you probably get your sphincter to tighten up a little bit and wonder and wonder,
especially on chain. Yeah,
exactly. I'm wondering whether you actually didn't lose that Bitcoin because there's no one you can go cry to. Okay, this next one. I thought this one was hilarious. This is at Thomas Farrer on Twitter, and he goes, we're winning with a laughing emoji. And we got the screenshot here. I don't know where this is from, what article this is from, what publication this is from. Maybe this is just from like a blog or something, but it goes, fuck Bitcoin and fuck blockchains. I'm doing my PhD in computer science. I went to a wedding recently, and every time someone asked me about my job after telling them about said PhD in computer science, they very nearly always asked about Bitcoin. And after telling them it was a stupid fucking idea, the response was never, oh, wow, someone with expertise in computers think this is dumb. I should take a second look. It was always something, something fiat, something, something fun. Let's go. We're winning out here. Let's go. This is the power of memes, guys. Incept the idea of memes. Okay, this next one. Oh, wow. Steel Daddy twice on here. Let's go. Okay, he's killing it. You guys know I have a very special place in my heart for George Carlin. He's a comedian. I say his quote all the time on the show, and it's something that Nico and I kind of subconsciously added to the flavor of the show. If you're going to tell people the truth, then you better make them laugh or else they will kill you. That's a George Carlin quote. I say it all the time. But here's another great George Carlin quote, and there's a quote. It says, I have certain rules I live by. My first rule, I don't believe anything the government tells me, nothing, zero, and I don't take very seriously the media or the press in this country. And Steel Daddy goes, he said this nearly 50 years ago now, and it's only gotten much, much worse since then. Rip to George Carlin. Shouts out to George Carlin. If you're a Bitcoiner and you haven't watched a George Carlin comedy stand-up, you are really missing out on life because he is I would say a predecessor of the freedom of speech movement. He would be a Bitcoiner. If you know, you know. Anyways, guys, drop your meme review score in the chat and we will cover it live. My meme review score is, I don't know if you guys can hear it. I was getting trolled for my low energy today in the chat. Well, guys, I don't know what's going on, but my allergies are acting up. I literally never allergic to anything. I've been drinking coffee with local honey all morning. I didn't get any sleep last night, but the show goes on, and I think I've drank in like 6 of these vitamin C packets today. So, you know, I am struggling to survive for you guys, but the signal don't stop for the culture. Hopefully I don't get even more sick tomorrow, guys. So we'll see what happens. Anyways, Wine, what's your meme review score?
Well, there's people that are a big fan of certain denominations of Bitcoin. Some
oh,
like,
wow. Oh, wait. Do I pull up your meme real quick? Let's see. Is this the first one?
Yeah, pull up my meme.
Okay.
Some like bits, which I think is 100 sats. Some like sats, which is 1/100 millionth of a Bitcoin. and some have integrated into their life, transcended a new unit of account. It's called a NAC, short for the Nakamoto, and it's 69 sats. And if you're on Noster zapping people, zapping NACs are pretty much the standard now.
That's
but wait,
hot.
Opti, can we pull up satsconverter.io?
Okay, hold on.
Do it.
Sats converter.
This is the longest meme review score that you're gonna get.
This is the
There
longest
it
meme
is.
review.
There it is. All right, so let's put one NAC into the SAT column. Oh, and in US dollars, that's about 2 cents. So one NAC is just my 2 cents. Doo-doo-doo.
Oh my god.
Wait. Hold on. Pull up a calculator, Opti.
Oh my goodness. Here we go again.
Pull up the calculator.
Okay, hold on. Okay. BK takeover. 1 second. 1 second.
Out the trader.
Okay.
What's today? What's today?
What is today? What is the date?
Oh,
Can you?
I think it's actually the 20th of the 4th.
Oh, so 420.
Oh, shoot.
Okay.
Yeah, 426. So 420. How much is 420 NACs? 420 times 69, 289.80. Now, what's the price of Bitcoin?
Wow, this is the most meta. This is the most meta
What
answer
is
ever.
the price of Bitcoin? You can put
Okay,
it
okay.
on the same website.
Okay, hold on. I got it for you guys.
289.80. Oh wait, 284. Oh my God, we're basically at 420 NACs.
Oh my goodness. On April 20th.
NACs are the standard, Opti.
Oh
The signs are there. There are no coincidences.
There are no coincidences.
Our mind just can't grasp it.
So yeah, my score is as many NACs as you want.
Okay, all right.
Give me some
Great Cross.
Thug
Let's hold on.
Now listen,
Okay, what's your score, Great Cross?
I think it's a knack.
How many NACs?
Okay.
420.
All right. Well, I do see there is some scores in the chat, but before I get to the score, you already know we rock the Simply Bitcoin Represent merch every single day. Go check out, go support our clothing sponsor, representltd.com. Promo code simply-Bitcoin. All the Simply Bitcoin theme merch is sold out. Appreciate all you guys that bought some. We do know that there is some in the works, so bear with us. Lower your time preference. We'll get some more merch for you guys, but I can't wait to see you guys rocking that merch in Miami when we hang out. So shouts out to you guys. Really appreciate it. Now let's get into.
Hold on, I got my score too. Hold on.
Oh, you
Where's
got
my
another
score?
one. All right.
All about the
There's
next.
more than one score?
My score has been here the whole time, guys. You guys just been sitting on my score, but it's right here. My friendly desire, heartfelt wish for everyone to just.
Hey, okay. All right.
Damn, how many
HF.
NACs did that hat cost?
I don't know, man, but
Too
at the
many.
end of the day, it's just my friendly desire for all my friends that are, cantillionaires out there, Opti's girlfriend, just have fun staying poor. Okay.
Okay. All right. Let's get into some of these meme scores. Let's see if I'm getting canceled on this one. McLovin, I give the memes a door-sized poster of Christine Lagarde for Opti to gaze at when he's missing her. Okay. All
Is it
right.
the clap soundboard, Opti?
Yeah. Okay. GR Zeg Gores. My score is a juicy meme for any shitcoin. Okay.
There you go.
Okay, Apollo 21. I give the memes a ticket to the Bitcoin bullet train leaving in the 11th hour. Okay, let's go. BTC pins. I give those memes 68 knacks.
No.
Okay. Ego, I give these memes Opti serving butter of the gods to all his exes in high positions.
Oh, God.
Don't know what that means, but let's go. Okay. BFPH, I give the memes an empty mempool. Let's go. Okay. Elaine Lowell score, fake X and Mars rover farce revealed in 2023. All that energy was wasted for nothing. Yo, okay. Plan Marcus. I remember when the scores were numbers until yes, we know.
We brought the numbers back.
Throwback score. Bitcoin's chief carbon officer score, show inks or tomatoes.
Yes.
You need the SNED stats. Okay. Let's see. All right, two more. Planet Earth giving these memes a hodl your knacks and chill wine chair slouch.
I like that one.
Okay.
Full screen, Opti. Make me full screen.
Okay. Full screen.
This is how you go.
Wait. It's for the screenshot. Okay. There he is. All right. Last one, guys. You deserve real money. I give those memes not safe for work Bitcoin denominations. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, one more. All right. Since this is the meme review score, we're going long on the scores. Our boy Mike Hobart, shouts out to Mike. He goes, I give the memes a score of Terra Wolf adding 50 megawatts of mining power today. Hey, yo. Wow. Big if true. All right, Wine, what are you working on? I think everyone knows Wine, but what do you want people to check out, bro?
If you guys like low quality Bitcoin stuff and very poor signal, you should tune into Bitcoin Kindergarten every Wednesday. We're live on Noster Nests, YouTube, and the following. And yeah, if you're a big fan of mine, you can knack me on Noster.
If you're a big fan of mine. Okay. All right. Enough of Wine. All right. Grey Cross, where can people find you? What are you working on?
Well,
what do you want the people to check out?
I'm just one of you guys, I'm just a Bitcoin pleb, so there's nothing special with me because I'm just one of everyone else, But if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, then I'm just the Grey Cross, the _Grey_Cross, and that's me.
Let's go, bro. Appreciate you being on the show.
An honor.
We'll see you soon. Come back sometime. We'll do a normal theme show, not a special limited edition 30-minute meme review, and we'll continue to spread that signal. Good to have you, bro.
I'd love to. All right,
guys. Well, hey, this is a little modified, a little different than usual. We had a little more fun than usual. I know. People are here for the signal or maybe the memes. Anyways, thanks for showing up, guys. Really appreciate everyone. As you guys know, we are on audio only on Anchor, on Spotify, on Apple, and we are a part of the Fountain for Fountain economy. Bitcoin's chief carbon officer. I did have the Fountain tips for you guys last week, but we ran long. I'm the captain now, so I should have that. If I'm not sick tomorrow, if I'm not dying in bed, we will have the Fountain tips. I'll make sure of it. I'll put them in the meme review if I have to. We will get your guys' comments read on the show. Anyways, I really appreciate all you guys. The best thing you can do is share all the Bitcoin signal. Share all the good Bitcoin signal. Make sure we are waking up the normies out there. Make sure you're waking up your friends and family. And I do have people requesting to come up on Spaces, so I guess I'm not rug pulling yet. We'll be on Twitter Spaces for a little bit. Come back tomorrow, same time as always, 12:15 p.m. Eastern time on YouTube. Peace out, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.